back to the channel. Today we are here in front of my new 2023 Tesla Model 3 that we had picked up from Minneapolis. If you checked out my last video, you probably saw the delivery video and the whole process of start to finish on ordering one of those online. But now we're going to take you for a quick walk around and then do a little quick driving review, first impressions video for you. So, all right guys, here's a quick walk around on the car. Just your standard Model 3. So this is the rear wheel drive base model. It does have the LFP battery pack. It's around 60 kilowatts for the battery pack size on this. But we ended up picking this up from Minneapolis, and it was an inventory model, so we did get a little bit better deal on that. They had some discounts on the inventory ones versus ordering. But yeah, it's still got glass roof. We previously had a Model Y. If you've seen any of my previous videos, we basically traded off our Model Y to get a plug-in hybrid Mazda CX-90, and we hated that car. We only had it 2 months and sold it back to the dealer. Got a bunch of videos up on that if you're interested, but I really wanted to get back to the Tesla because this is just the perfect commuter car, in-town car. I would say up to 300 miles or so of distance is about the max for me. Anything like long distance trips, that's kind of where I don't have the patience for the charging times. But yeah, that's the exterior, guys. We'll just pop in here and show you the interior. So we've already outfitted it with a couple of must-need accessories. We got this cool little holder here, storage holder, and then this is my favorite phone mount here. It kind of looks like it came with the car. It slides right in there. Put your phone in there and it holds it. Very cool. And then you definitely have to get the storage bins. We picked these up because you can have these, slide them in. Tons of storage space in these Teslas. So we got the holder there, and then yeah, just the base black interior here. Compared to the Model Y, the back seats are quite a bit smaller, not quite as much room, definitely less headroom. But from the front, it is basically the same as the Y in my eyes. You don't sit up quite as high. The seats are down lower, but other than that, it looks like the same view from the front seats. Here's a little quick view of the back seats though. I mean, that's the seat position for me, so you still have a little bit of leg room there with my seat in the back position there. But that's the big thing with the Teslas that I love, is all the storage space. I mean, this is just a mid-size car, if that. And the trunk space is very generous. You got a lot of space there. And then my favorite part is all that extra space under the floor. So when you add that up, along with the oh, and it does have the powered trunk, which is pretty cool for a car. It's not technically a hatchback, so. But we'll pop in here and pop the front quick. Oh, we gotta do that. Come on. There we go. Pop the front. So it's not super deep up front, but that's still a decent amount of storage if you add that in with the back trunk. And I'm surprised, like with the base model, that they don't offer a different trunk size or front size, because we don't have any electric motors up front since we're a rear wheel drive. But yeah, so that's the storage on the Model 3. But that's just a quick walk around on the car. I did in the last video, before we picked it up, we kind of went over some of the imperfections. The build quality on Teslas, high volume cars, is not great. Never has been, still isn't. but a couple things we found were like that bumper kind of sticks out a little bit there, doesn't line up the greatest, and it's a pretty decent sized gap there on the passenger side. You don't see that large of a gap on the driver's side. And the only other big thing I noticed was this doesn't line up right here. There's a pretty big gap, kind of an overhang if you will, but there was no scratches or dents or anything like that. So overall, considering what I've seen some horror stories with gaps and build quality, I would say this one was okay. All right guys, time to head out for a drive in the Tesla Model 3. So the best thing about Teslas is the ease of driving. The minimalist interior, the technology. It's just, once you get used to it, it's just one of the easiest cars out there to drive. And they're all similar. I mean, you get in a Y, it's the same as this. The S or the X, I mean, the screen and the build quality and all of the amenities and luxury is a little bit higher standard, but the interface and the software is all still the same. And you can have profiles across the board with Tesla and the cloud, and you just log into whatever Tesla you are driving for the day, and you have all your settings and everything already set for you. But so far on this base model, we've been getting around 200 watt hours, or about 5 miles per kilowatt in town, which is way better than what we were getting with my Y, but the Y was a lot bigger car and it was the all-wheel drive model. So the rear-wheel drive model is way more efficient. And when we drove it back from Minneapolis, it was about a 260 mile trip. We were getting about 4 miles per kilowatt, and that was going 70 miles an hour. So it does better than the long range models for sure. So even though you got the smaller battery pack, you're getting more efficient power. Lighter car, obviously, without having motors up front. And I live in the Midwest where it gets snowy and icy in the winter, so we shall see how it does in the winter coming up here. I'm kind of planning to treat it like a front-wheel drive car, because the electric motor is in the back, so the weight is over the rear wheels in this. So if you think of it that way, it's kind of like a Porsche where the engine's in the back. More weight in the back, and that's why front-wheel drives typically are better in the winter, because the engine's up front with all the weight. So let's flip that around. So it should do okay being rear-wheel drive, and the Tesla slip start setting and all that should help out. I don't plan on putting winter tires on. You could also do that and definitely get some good grip in the winter, but we will see what it does with the all-season tires that are on it. The thing that worried me the most was the performance. I thought going to the base model, when it's only rated at 5.8 seconds 0 to 60, I thought that was going to seem pretty slow compared to like my long range Y. It was 4.7 seconds, but from a dead stop it's a little bit slower. But where this thing shines the most is like 20-40 miles an hour, and then you get on it, it feels pretty quick still. I think Tesla doesn't do horsepower numbers specifically. They like to tout the 0 to 60 time, but the internet says around 270 horsepower in this thing, which it's still quick though. It's not bad. And there's a cop coming, so good 270 horsepower, around 300 foot-pounds of torque. For an in-town daily car, it's quicker than a lot of stuff out there, so don't feel that getting the base model will be like a downgrade because you're not getting the performance. You'll still be pleased with the performance. It's not crazy fast, but it's still quick when you need it to be. And then on the highway, I mean, the road noise in this thing is not bad. I mean, they have the double pane windows now. It's pretty decent for road noise. It's a very, very quiet car. And these roads that we're on here are not the greatest. They're pretty bumpy, these back roads that we're on right now. Alright, so I suppose we should see how the full self-driving does on these back roads. Like I had mentioned, we did get the full self-driving trial for 3 months because of that referral code. So I don't know that I would pay monthly $200 for it. I tried it on the way home from Minneapolis, and even on the highway, it was not doing. It was weird. It would cut out for no reason. It liked to ride in the passing lane for some reason. I don't know why it was doing that. So it just didn't seem like something that I would use on the regular, but it's nice to have it for 3 months so you can kind of see what it does, see if it's something you'd be interested in. But we'll kick it on right here and see how it can handle some of these corners coming up. So this is a 40-mile-an-hour corner coming up, so we'll see how this thing handles. See if it can handle it, not go off the road. So it's slowing down quite a bit right there. And yeah, it was able to maneuver that corner. That wasn't too bad. But this is definitely putting it through its paces out here in this back road. Bump it up a couple miles per hour there. I don't know why it thinks the speed limit's 50 out here. It should be 55, but yeah, so self-driving, it can be done. I just don't see it something that I'll use on the regular. A couple more turns here and we'll turn it off. See if it's going to slow down a decent amount here. It's a 40-mile-an-hour curve and we're still going 56. Ooh. It made it. It wasn't pretty, but it made it. I'm surprised. So you would think that if it saw a speed limit sign, it would slow down. It saw that 40-mile-an-hour speed and it didn't care. It just kept going 56. So, yeah, like I had mentioned before, we picked this up from inventory, and it was right before Tesla made another price change here a couple weeks ago, so beginning of October. It was a Thursday that I pulled the trigger on this and did the $250 deposit and everything, and then the next day, they were revealing that they lowered the price for ordering one to $38,999, and then you look at the inventory models, and they were all either $39 or even higher, depending on paint codes and interior spec and all that. So it was like the exact time. I can't believe that I ordered it right at that point in time and got that $3,000. Basically, it was about, because the price was $41,000 before that price drop. So it was about $4,000 that I got off on the price of this thing with buying the inventory model. So it worked out good for me. I'm sure that they will be discounting them again here towards the end of the year for the inventory models, being the new Highland Model 3 has been revealed, and that'll be coming out next year. They'll be discounting them pretty heavy, I'm sure, to get rid of this old inventory. So stay up to date. Just check it daily. The inventories you can check, a few different cities. Since we're in Iowa, you can't buy a Tesla from a dealer in Iowa. The closest one is Minneapolis for me. Then I also did check Kansas City. They had some as well, so I would have went to either one of those, but it just happened that they had a white one in the spec that I wanted up in Minneapolis, and I was actually headed that way for the weekend. So we did a couple things while we were up there, and now we have a Model 3. But so far, I'm pleased with the purchase. I missed the Tesla for the last few months. We didn't have one. Don't buy a Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid. It's not worth it. I definitely regretted every minute of that car. So much better having the Tesla. It's so easy to drive, cheap to drive. I fluctuate between 10 cents and 12 cents a kilowatt hour here in Iowa to charge at home. So it's about a third the price of gas at this point, when it's $3.50 a gallon. So definitely more economical to drive, especially as a daily. So we'll just name off a few of the things that I really like about the Tesla, the Model 3 and Tesla in general. Is, like I said, the ease of driving, the profiles, having the profile set up for your mirrors, your seats, like your phone connectivity, Bluetooth, all of that is saved to a profile and easily transferable to another car if you want. So profiles are super awesome in this. The heated seats and all the amenities that you get standard in this car is pretty awesome when you look at the price point. So heated seats front and rear, heated steering wheel. You get all that self-driving tech standard. It's included. I mean, you get regular autopilot free, and that's all you need really, is that glorified lane keep assist. That works perfect for most of the highway driving that you'll do. It doesn't change lanes for you. That's the only thing that I miss with the autopilot. It'd be nice if it would do that too, but I'm not paying extra just for that. But yeah, and the storage, that's another thing that I really like about the Teslas. All of their cars. This is just a base mid-sized car, and the storage on it is phenomenal. And if you have watched any of my Mazda videos, that was my complaint. It was this huge 3-row crossover SUV, and the storage was abysmal. The storage was not good, and it was a huge car. So this car doesn't have quite as much storage compared to that, but for a regular mid-sized car, it's awesome. Having the front, the back, and underneath the floor of the trunk. So I just took a look at my energy usage here, and we're at 195 watt hours per mile. So that is more than 5 miles per kilowatt right now. We've been going 55, 60. So if you have a lot of back highway roads that you have to go around 60 miles an hour, you can get some crazy range out of this thing. And this one's rated at 270. I don't know if I said that, but 270 miles of range with this LFP battery. The cool thing about the LFP batteries, I'm sure you've already read up on them before, but you charge them to 100% on the regular. Tesla actually recommends that you 100% charge these batteries versus the standard lithium ones that are in the long range and the other Tesla models. So LFP battery, 100%. You get that full range every time. Alright guys, here's our first draggy run. So we're going to do 0 to 60 in this. We'll do a couple runs, and then we'll also do one in slip start mode and see if we get any different results. But we just have the brake held, and I'm just going to mash the accelerator. Here we go. So that is right on the claim time. 0 to 60 in 5.81 seconds. So Tesla's not lying when it says 5.8 seconds. That was legit. Alright guys, so there's your performance numbers. Quarter mile in about 14 seconds, 0 to 60 in the claimed 5.8, right on the money. Definitely not the fastest Tesla out there, but it's definitely a quick daily driver. Good enough. Definitely quicker than a lot of gas cars that are out there in this range. So yeah, I don't think you'll be completely disappointed with the speed. It just won't be like a Model Y long range or performance, or even the Model 3 performance. Just won't be up to par with those, but it'll still feel quick, especially from 20 miles an hour on up. I mean, if I punch it like right now, that puts you back in the seat. The torque is very noticeable after 20. For whatever reason, they limit it down low from a dig, but still a fun car. But so if you guys are in the market, if you're watching this video thinking about buying your first electric vehicle or a Model 3, definitely don't get scared away from the base model. The base model rear-wheel drive in this Model 3 is definitely a fun car. It still comes standard with all the crazy technology. When you think about it, it's crazy that you get all of this technology, the self-driving, I mean, heated seats, heated steering wheel, all these things standard for a car that's $38,000. That's crazy. Plus, we didn't even talk about tax credits. That was one of the big reasons I purchased this before the end of the year, is I want to get that $7,500 tax credit. And they just revealed that starting January 1st of 24, that you'll be able to take that $7,500 credit right off the top of the price. So basically you'll be buying this car for like 32 grand come January 1st, which is crazy. Crazy to think you're getting all this car for that kind of money. So if you're on the fence about it, just buy it. You'll love it. And if you're getting a different model Tesla, that's even better. Performance model, that would be great. I have not driven in one of those, so I cannot compare the performance, but I can imagine it's pretty crazy. Alright guys, that about does it for this video. If you guys have any questions about the base model rear-wheel drive Model 3, leave a comment down below. I'll get those answered for you. I will have some affiliate links for Amazon for some of the accessories that I have on here, like the storage compartment, organizers, my favorite cell phone mount. We'll have all that in the description down below, along with my referral code. If you guys are going to be buying a Tesla, go ahead and use that for $250 off. So thanks again for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.